they've been talking about.
Let's take him in.
Foul, tap, throw, block, Dotson hits
Let's
first
take
of
him
the game.
in.
And then the speed. Jahan
Let's take him
Dotson
in.
into Dallas territory. He's in. Throw it for the
Let's take
first
him in.
time. Going over the middle. Has McLaurin.
Let's take him in.
For the end zone and a score.
Let's take him in.
I mind the best defensive back from the 2020 NFL draft class. Now this man can play in the slot, maybe on the outside, safety, strong safety, has tons of versatility, and he goes by the name of Kam Curl. Now,
but you talked about Kam Curl a little bit. This young man is making a name for himself. He really has become something back in there, taking over for Landon Collins when he had that Achilles injury.
The part of his game that I love specifically is his eyes and his ability to trust his eyes. There's going to be two components of this. Number one is going to be play recognition. So understanding if the opposing offense is going to run, pass, or play action. Number two, it's going to be finding the ball in space. And that's really going to come in mostly in run defense, but his ability to find the ball in space.
You mentioned that young group of Forrest and Kam Curl, and I made a joke, which actually wasn't much of a joke, when I went to Washington recently, and I said, you know what, years ago there was a first-year player and a third-year player that were playing safety for the Washington, it was a different name back in the day. It was a guy named Sean Taylor and a guy named Ryan Clark. They decided to not keep that group together. Maybe they should truly think about keeping these young players together. I think they work so well together, and a guy like Forrest to
Fred, I'm really excited to talk about Kam Curl. And the reason I'm excited to talk about him is because the defense started playing better after the Detroit game, and who started playing more football?
And Kam Curl.
Kam Curl started.
Yeah, we're talking DBs, Logan. This is my world right here. This is my world right here.
Absolutely. So, again, this is one of those plays. You're going to keep an eye on Kam here.
Yep.
He's not supposed to be involved in this run fit. It's a run right here to the offensive left, and somebody gets reached out of their gap, right? This double team on the front side, they do a good job getting up to Cole.
Yep.
There leads to this nice big running lane here. And, again, when you got a hat for a hat, that's bad news in the run game.
Bad.
But you have a nice guy in the back here who can handle, who can clean up mistakes for you.
All right, not only clean up mistakes, he's going to get here, and he's going to get here first very fast. Second, he's going to get here with some bad intentions.
Yes.
You understand that? And then he's getting there with the right technique.
Yep.
He's taking it on with the inside shoulder, forcing everything back inside. So that's what you like to see from your safeties. You like to first see them be aggressive, two, do their job, and do it at a high level, and that's what Kam Curl does.
That's what he's.
After last week's draft, a lot of the national news pundits, local news writers, YouTubers, bloggers, fans, everybody was like, what did Washington draft for their first two picks? And half of that was over, they wanted Christian Gonzalez. And the other half was offensive line. Well, Ron said, man, look, I just bought y'all 3 offensive linemen in free agency. And then I'm about to draft y'all 2. So how many offensive lines do we need? Can I get arguably my best player on defense, definitely my best player in the secondary, some help? That's what he needs. He needs help. So what did Ron do? He drafted a ball-hawking cornerback with elite speed that can run his defense. And then Emmanuel Forbes. And then he bought Quan Martin. And I'm going to ask you guys, what can't he do? When a guy like Quan Martin, you don't say what he can do. You ask what can't he do? Because he does it all. And then you top that off, you got Benjamin St. Juste, who's coming into his prime right now. And he's already showing you that he's going to be a really good corner for quite some time in the National Football League. And then you got Derek Forrest, who's a complete heat-seeking missile ready to assassinate anybody with the football, and he gets turnovers. Whether they're tip drills or whatever, he comes up with the football. Out of everybody on our team, we didn't have a lot of turnovers, but most of them was by Derek Forrest. And he even had game-saving ones. So he got a little more to work on, but he was a team captain when he was in college. So that brings me, of course, to the man of the hour, Kam Curl, who's been nothing but stellar. He's been our green dot. He's been the best player in the secondary for 3 years straight, and he's a 7th-round draft pick. And he deserves his money. So the way I look at this is, Ron, you got a front four. You got the linebackers you want. Your secondary is completely built. Jack, get in your bag because you got everything you need to make this defense work. Your elite player, Kam Curl, has help now. It should be scary for opposing offenses. And offensive coordinators should be scratching their heads at night when they prepare for this defense. Let's take command.